previously what you passed.
Can I just ask councillors whether they want to defer that or want to bring it forward item 16?
I think it might be a good idea to bring it forward because they might want to volunteer to do something.
Right,
we do have a use for ivy. In actual fact, it's very easy with ivy to make baskets without being a formal basket maker. You know, doing it in the very complex way. You can make what's called a field basket. So if somebody wants to take all that ivy down, and you want us to do a workshop, say in the car park one Saturday, come and make your own field basket, take it down and we'll reuse it for you.
If I can just say about 3 years, when did we take the tin up now?
Longer than that, but anyhow.
Well, 3 or 4 years ago, and the ivy was just strangling those trees in that little area, and I had occasion to have a community payback team, the young boys, and they stripped all the ivy down. It covered all the wall of the substation. They ripped all that down. We did on it. We couldn't dig it out, of course. We cut it back on all the trees. We took about 3 or 4 foot out of each one, so there's nothing more going on. But over the years, it's just come back with vengeance.
So I think that's why Siobhan's looking at because she's quoting for tree staging and so rip it out properly and all that as well. So it's just like free from it there.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Duncan?
Just a question on this ivy, who's looking to take it down?
Well, I was going to wait to come to somebody to raise that question.
I was hoping they've got some of these gardeners that volunteered to do a bit of reciprocal.
Well, I think Amanda has just said that Siobhan has contacted a tree surgeon, which Egg is going to pay for, to come down and dig the ivy out.
I think we can have a discussion on that and see how we go with it, because it'd be helpful if you're going to make something with it and you can take it down, that would save us, because we haven't got a linesman or anybody available.
Because it does do a lot of damage to trees.
That's it, and if we plant out there, it's just going to go with that, so we've got to get it out.
Turn it into a sculpture.
I think, Maurice, generally though, the ivy on, there's very few trees that we own. I noticed up at the waterfalls, there's a lot up there, so we will have to look at that ourselves. I did speak with a contractor about whether there was any way of treating the ones that are around the car park, because that's particularly bad. But the ownership, the ivy on the trees is the responsibility of the owners, and it's a problem, particularly if they're at the side of the highway. They won't get, it makes me cringe all the time driving down Thornton Drive. Those trees are always getting strangled, and I just wonder what the highway authorities are going to do with them trees. Because it's been a few blown over already, and it's probably down to the ivy weakening them.
It's growing up, some of the trees on the car park. I didn't walk through them, just drove by, and you could see it started at the car park up at Kelbrook, just to them trees, you know, where we put speakers and stuff.
Oh yeah, well they're pretty hot on there about cutting that back.
Yeah, because
It chokes everything.
we put new trees in, but we should look after old ones and all, that's what I mean.
There is a form of ivy that doesn't strangle trees and things. It doesn't. It clings to whatever it's growing on, but it doesn't go in and strangle it. The ivy that was on the community centre was that type of ivy.
What, the non-invasive?
Yeah. Yeah. It still grew, but it didn't go into the brickwork.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I just suggest that we, for our own knowledge and benefit of others, that we ask Katie or on a return over here, if you don't mind, to drop an email to the Woodland Trust. We'll have a local contact, just asking if they can offer any guidance. They don't deal with this thing every day, so might as well have a bit of professional advice for them. And then we've got it as it is from the right authority.
They have a lot of trees to give away for towns and gardening groups.
More than area.
Right. Does that cover everything, Maurice, you wanted to do? Do you know how, ladies, do you know how to let yourself out?
Press the button,
white
yes.
button first and then the handle.
Right. Well,
If you do the handle first, it'll
Give yourself a shout and it will come down.
thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Bye.
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 So exciting stuff.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is.
It's enthusiastic.
Right.
They're very enthusiastic.
Yeah. Well, now we know that we will be in receipt of all the particulars, and that will we can work together
Yeah.
Funny enough, Katie was watching
effectively.
Yeah, we want to run that. I've said that before.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, we'll cover the public discussion there and item 16. So we're back to the agenda, which is the next item is item 5, the minutes, which were previously circulated. Could somebody propose those? Maurice has got his hand up.
Who's proposing?
Maurice has had his hand proposing. And
Second.
Colin. Yeah, all agreed in that. Agreed? No hands?
That wouldn't it?
Well, we can agree with the how it goes.
Just sign these then. This is the copy for the file. isn't
It
it?
is, yeah. Yeah, tonight, well, who's doing proposing second, you say who you are, because I can't write and watch it going down.
Okay, I'll try and give a verbal commentary. Item 6 is the updates on ongoing issues from previous minutes. Obviously we've none from Katie and I'm not aware of any from councillors.
Now, there was an item last month on Northolm Community Centre.
Oh yes.
I have asked one of the neighbours, I haven't got a name of who the key holder is. It is used on occasion for birthday parties. I think that's the only use it has.
Right.
The resident I spoke to was quite keen on it being used for what it was intended for the community.
Well, I think Katie tried to contact the lady that was inquiring originally came to council and was going to come back to this meeting, and I'm assuming that she hasn't been able to get in touch with her because I know from last meeting that was coming back because we had a potential funding stream in with that Vera had spotted.
Yeah.
So if we're on about the same lady, then maybe again.
I don't know. I don't know who it is that is needed.
I know in my stuff I've just got here that we were bringing this back to this meeting, but Katie must not have been able to get in touch with the ladies, and then she wanted the lady that made the inquiry to be here, so it hasn't been lost.
Right. I'll get hold of the resident I spoke to. His arm off his back to get the name and the contact.
I think Katie, she's very efficient, she'll have it in hand, but it's obviously really quite a lot going on.
And also, we just need to totally check who is in charge and all of it.
I'm going to say the key holder used to live on Whiteley's Close. After Barbara Knox gave it up.
I don't know.
Can we?
Don't mention this.
Awesome.
I'll get hold of something.
We'll liaise and we'll. Sounds like that's going to come back to the Fed meeting then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
So there's no other updates. Just got a note there here of you that will
Yeah.
bring that back to the
I've done that.
24th. No, particularly the Northland issue, the centre of the Northland. Okay.
Yeah.
Item 7 is yours, Vera, the surgeries. Report.
Just the sort of normal don't prove bins being left out.
mentioned flighty bit.
Yeah.
Top of New Road.
Oh, Morris just mentioned it sooner.
Bags of rubble. Right on the left hand side at the top where the telephone
Used to be. Well, I was leaving it till bins have been today. I thought they might shift it. If they haven't, I'll report it tomorrow. But I'll see if
Because it's going to look at another one where a resident lives, the Joyce to report tonight.
So we'll report them both together.
So I'll just put them on NH, and sound.
Right.
And then we'll report them into...
Right, report them both together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright then.
And I can do that.
You don't mind?
Don't mind.
Okay. Right. That's nothing else from your surgeries. Now, so everybody knows, the surgeries are the first and the third Friday of every month.
10:30 till 12.
10:30 till 12. I was looking for something and I didn't see that flag up on the Town Council website. I don't know what that's the case. I'll put that up.
It might be worthwhile adding that to the sign, because I came on Friday to see the sign said you were open, and there's nobody here. It's every Friday on the sign downstairs, that big white sign on the door. It might be worthwhile adjusting that sign now so people realise.
I think that said it was going to reopen after Christmas on the, whatever it did in January.
You know the main door downstairs where you sit in there? You can see through the window, you can read it, it says surgeries every Friday.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, and it just says every Friday on it, from there to there.
Oh,
I'm sure, so I thought you'd be there and I came to see you.
Which door are we talking about?
The door into the back room
Inside
downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, where I have the no sign.
Yeah, with the notice on the door, yeah.
Sit in the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
corridor and
Yeah.
not
You can
go in.
read that straight through the window, and it does, because I thought, oh, maybe you've gone somewhere, so I
No,
thought about
no.
for 20 minutes and it went there.
I did that because people were just walking in
Yeah.
and
Well,
on
just
the
it
people's business.
might be worthwhile just adding it on the
change
notice
it,
board
yeah.
so people know.
Will do.
Yeah, right,
Change
yeah.
sign on the door.
Well, that then it saves another way of communicating the fact, isn't it? Yeah. Alright. Done that. Police business. Any matters of concern to report forward to the policing team? As seen, I went to drop off an emergency bag of lamb milk for a customer last week at Northbourne Farm, and they were mentioning the motorbikes on the railway again.
I haven't had any.
I don't know whether you've heard them, John. No. That's the only thing, but I haven't heard of it. Somebody else.
John lives on it.
I've been on it.
Yeah, right, well, it might have been.
I have been off ill for a bit, so I have been.
Yeah, you'll be hearing it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
We'll leave that one then. If there's nothing else, then can we?
Nothing from anyone? No.
That's good then, isn't it? Okay, that's on to 9. Planning. We've got 2 applications on there to comment on. The first one is identical to the one that we commented on in November. So you've got the case number, so I'm not sure how that's come back here, but it did come back to us. So previous comments of no objections. So what council want to do? Submit the same.
We've got some that there was no problems with it as far as we know.
Are you proposing that, Morris?
So,
Second that, John.
MH,
John.
John Cooper.
No objections? Because there's absolutely nothing different about it. So proposed and seconded, all in favour? Okay. Now the other one is up at the contentious one up at the land at the playing fields at the side of Bailey Street. They've resubmitted another. This is 1, 2. This is version 3 for the drainage scheme, which does seem still to be very flawed. Doris.
I think it is very flawed.
It is very.
Whoever's doing the drawings for the drainage stream water, I don't think actually knows what it's like there. I'm fairly sure that they haven't actually gone up there and witnessed it, particularly when it's raining. And I don't think that it's the right place for houses.
No.
I really don't.
Price for an orchard.
Pardon?
Oh, the price for
It would be better with an orchard, yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, Springfield School is named after a very good reason, because there's a spring in the field. Springs. And it causes problems to a lot of the houses on Cliff on that side. And I don't think that we ought to be supporting something that is going to make another, however many houses do eventually get, if they get built. It's like Aspen Grove. The top houses, the first time it rained heavily, they were flooded. You know, yeah, and this is going to be even worse. It's going to affect the top of Cliff, those houses, all of those houses, if they're built, which I hope they don't.
Just before I bring John and Colin in, because I'm not sure whether you were at every meeting when we discussed this, but
Probably not.
we've formally objected on a number of occasions. When this drainage scheme was amended and then amended again, I made inquiries with the planning officer and to say were we going to get reconsulted as a town council, and the answer was no, because it's only an amendment to the drainage scheme. But she said, however, there's nothing individuals or councils can re-comment. So I asked Kate to put it on the agenda so that this council could formally comment again. But as comments have to really be specifically related to the drainage scheme, because that's the only change. We have, but just to reassure you, we have objected very strongly for all the reasons that you said.
I wouldn't expect any different.
No. So I just thought that clears things up and bring John and Colin in. And I've got some comments myself because we have to put something structured.
Yeah, I just wondered, you said have they changed the last time I looked at the drainage plan with you, Chris, they were putting soil water into a top water outlet. Have they changed that? I mean, I haven't saw the latest one. Is it on here? Have you got a copy of the latest one?
Fundamentally, no. I'll give you some detail in a minute.
Well, we need to complain strongly about it because it's against the building regs and they can't do it.
We need to stop this before it gets passed.
Yeah, it needs to get put in and they can't just put the word for it, bulldoze over it as if it's the right thing to do when it's not. They don't meet the building regs and they shouldn't be doing it.
No, they shouldn't. Colin?
I'll agree with John.
Yeah.
You know, the drainage and all that.
Yeah, there was something mentioned at that last meeting that we both attended about.
As a residents association, I've already wrote and said that as well. And I brought up the fact that it was in the last drawing that I looked at, it was putting soil water in the top of drainage, which you're not allowed to do. So I think people have wrote in about that already, which is why I asked you there if you've got another copy, if they've changed it again.
They haven't fundamentally, no.
Oh, well, in that case, they can't do what they're doing anyway. We need to sort of really tell them.
It's
a stroppy letter.
It's really, they are really trying to muddy the waters. I'm trying to choose my words carefully. Because some of the drawings that have been submitted as part of the drainage strategy by the company that's doing it on behalf of Pendle, on behalf of Liberata, they've put examples of drawings up there that they've got from somewhere, but they're not exactly, they haven't put any key with them to say what they are. They've just put a drawing, and it's misleading. It's misleading if you haven't spent a lot of time looking at it, because they've got blue lines and red lines and black lines, and some of them, one of them that says that it's a sewer plan, it's not, it's just a Yorkshire water plan, and the red part, red, is actually a water main if you get the key. But if you, on layman's terms, most people will think a brown line is a purely foul sewer, a blue line is a surface water, and a red line is a combined. But if you look at the key for these, it's different. There's red and blue can be a water main at different depths or different sizes, and a chain blue is a surface water, and a brown chain is foul, and it's very hard to understand. But it's a bit of mischief, but it's very hard to understand. But fundamentally, the residents that have objected are preparing another statement to be read out. But my concerns that this council should raise should be that there is no foul sewer on Bailey Street. It is a surface water sewer, and this cannot be used.
Yeah. Is it not worth then maybe having a word with the building control with Pendle, who've got to sign this off and do it. Can we not bring this to their attention and say, look, you tell us where you're putting the soil water pipe and we can look at it. But the building control have got their own regulations and they will override planning because they can't do it unless they've got building control.
It's something that we could do as individuals, but as far as this as far as the comments that this council can make, they've got to be pertinent and frustrating and constructive.
Well, it is constructive because the drawings that they're showing us don't meet building regs, so we need a building inspector to tell them that they don't work. So I'll do that I'll go this week.
You partly do that, yes, certainly. But I think the first point to me is that
You're going to
I'll
see
go
building
Pendle Borough
regs?
Council, yeah. And Morris, building control.
Right.
Morris.
I think regularly we should start to look at this in a bigger thing. As you know, when we went on years and years of banging your head against the wall, but what actually goes into our bag. The sewage that flows out goes down to the sewage works. When the bag's flooded, it was. You can run 90% of it into the river bed. And we're very interested to notice the other night, people begin to stand up and take notice. It was on the television about it. And while these things are happening, when I tried to find out if it was still 90%, they wouldn't say anything about it. I couldn't get to know nothing. But it's been 90% for years and years and years. I know it has been. Now, that's why years ago, perhaps Chris remembered, they wanted to bring Fulbridge sewage into here again. The reason they wanted to do that, there isn't a fast flowing river at Fulbridge big enough to let foul sewage go in. And this is done all over the country, didn't just here. But I think it's quite serious and we should really push about this because until you get the sewage works right, I don't think there should be any building. I mean, this going into the river, they find it out now it is still in trouble. And when this amount goes in, it's all down to money at the end of the day. And they come up with these percentages, but they keep building more houses and more houses. And it's probably still 90% when people's flooding. And it's a disgrace, you know, that these things are happening. And I know they've still got it in mind to bring Fulbridge into here a bit. But one time they tried to have me from me and council with from a negative at the time. I did mention it here. Do you remember?
I do.
And it's, you know, I think we should start further down the line and let's see what's really happening. To publicise it. I'm very pleased to see it on telly because somebody else is now going on about it. This raw sewage going into the river, you know. And it didn't happen just here, I mean, it didn't just here be starting. But it's so easy to do, you know, get shorter.
Morris, yeah, I agree. Totally agree with you. Every sewage work in the country is built near a river in a flood situation. They open the gates and it all goes into the river. However, we need to get some comments down on paper that can be sent so that they can go be part of the committee report that's going to be put towards them.
So
I have four things, if you allow me.
Yeah.
The fundamental one is there is no foul sewer on Bailey Street. Therefore, the application should be refused. It's a surface water sewer and it's illegal to put foul into it. That's the second point is there is nowhere on the drawing that it shows where the 26 cubic metres of water storage is going to be. I'm going slow because...
Well, no, I'll catch you. You look at it a bit down anyway.
Well, I haven't. I'm just
Oh,
reading
well,
my
it's in it.
scribblings.
So there's nowhere on the...
Alright, the drawings do not show where the 26 cubic metres of water storage is to be.
26 cubic. Right. I don't do short time.
No, that's why I'm being patient and
Thank you.
waiting.
Right.
The drawings do not show or identify how the flow is going to be restricted to 3 litres per second. When they did, well, Vera's jotting that down. When they did Aspen Grove, they specified huge tanks and a hydro brake. This doesn't, it talks about it, but it doesn't.
Well, they're restricted to what, 3 cubic metres?
No, 3 litres per second.
3 litres per second. Yeah.
The other thing is the ditch that the surface water is going to go into
Yeah.
is under the jurisdiction of the Earby Town Drainage Board.
You should run that, Chris.
Well, it goes into Newcote Beck.
Yeah, but they were taken off as that.
Oh well.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
A funny thing. Why did it what they did?
All right then.
Alright, well, put that in. Who's his run then? Inherited? Not inherited.
It'll be
Environment.
environment agency now.
That's cool.
All right. Okay then.
Which would be sad really that they did, but actually drainage board now have to pay environment agency for drainage board pay money.
So, wait a minute, we'll go back to
All right,
So
then,
the ditch
all
for the
right.
surface water.
We believe the proposed drainage ditch for the surface water
Right,
is it?
Proposed.
All right, you don't even need to put we believe. The ditch is
Drainage.
either under the control of the drainage board or the environment agency.
What's the actual name of our drainage board?
Earby and Salford District Drainage Board,
Earby Council
I'm not on that now, but
No.
District
but the name sticks.
yeah.
Drainage Board. Right.
Yeah, no, I'm quite finished. And it discharges into Newcote Beck. I haven't written this down, but the council insists that one or both of these bodies are reconsulted.
Yeah.
You happy with that?
Yeah. Sounds pretty good to me.
What's this?
Um,
Underline.
the only
Let's
other,
make both
sorry.
these bodies.
But yeah, reconsulted.
Right. Can't say if I read this one, I've written it, but there you go.
And the last point is that there's a name for it in here. The overtopping plan. Oh, let me get the right word, because I only noticed this last night. It's, I don't want this to be. It shouldn't be built. It shouldn't happen. Some of the residents on Wentworth Drive will be alarmed when they see this. The exceedance, the flood exceedance plan shows, which means when it rains that hard that the drains can't cope, which in here is quite often, shows every bit of the exceedance flow falling to the house, to the dry stone wall at the rear of the properties on Wincliffe Drive.
And then they go to become a river.
There are, I'll wait for
The
here.
exceedance plan shows every bit of exceedance.
All flows going.
Oh, exceedance, which is it just called exceedance? This exceedance
Exceedance
water,
It's,
water flows.
towards the boundaries, the dry stone